Hey everyone, it's Behia from the Behia Vibe. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for coming again. Most of the time, every day pretty much, I cook lunch, breakfast, dinner. Breakfast is easy, but sometimes there are things in your garden that you have that weren't in your plan and you have to eat them. And I have a surplus of cherry tomatoes, so I'm gonna show you my version of a little tomato tart. It's very easy, very quick, and I hope you'll enjoy it. You need 125 grams of flour, 75 grams of butter. I have fresh oregano from my garden that I'm gonna put in the tomatoes. Some basil, and I'm gonna put also some oregano in the crust. Okay, 1 egg, some salt. You can put some about like 30 grams of Parmesan cheese. I have been doing it with nutritional yeast and it tastes really good. That's why I don't add salt on that. And that's about it. Let's start with the crust. It's a very easy crust. If you don't feel comfortable making it, then just go buy a crust and then you'll do the tomatoes. Okay? All right, so I forgot to get a knife. I'll be right back. I'm back with the knife. So I cut my butter. Please make sure your butter is a little hard, not too, not even room temperature. I think it's too much. Mine might be already a little too much, but we'll work it out. Okay, should have done that before I started. Okay, and then all you're gonna do is lightly work the butter with the flour. We're not looking for a paste, we're looking for a crumbly crust. It's a pie. Okay, and you just work it. It's gonna take a minute, but it's worth the timing of doing it. You don't want to touch it too much with your own hands because you're melting the butter as you go. And we don't want the butter to be melted. We just want the flour to gather around the butter. That's more of a pâte sablée in French. We're getting there. It's not my favorite part, I gotta tell you, because I'm a little impatient with those things. But we're getting there. So normally, butter doesn't stick that much to your fingers, but I guess my butter had melted a little faster and I was prepping everything. But that's okay. I almost feel like putting a tiny little bit more flour in it. Put the egg, I'm gonna put it in the middle. Right. And same thing, we're gonna gather everything around the egg. Okay, so I want to say 1 and 2, no more. It's actually it gives a little sweet taste, so I'm going to add a little bit of flour because my butter was melted too much. Just a little sprinkle. And here we go again. And you see, a little bit of oregano. It's all going to be incorporated. I guess we're not going to need any water this time because it's very... This flour is einkorn flour, so it doesn't work like other flours, you know, so you really have to, whatever recipe you find, you have to tweak it with this flour because the gluten does not develop as fast as the other flours. Okay. Voilà. We're just gathering it like that. I'm grabbing all the flour that's in the bowl, hopefully. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So let's put this in a plastic film. I hate these film things because they never cut really well. My mom has the one where she zips it up. It's like really high tech, but she doesn't mess around with this kind of stuff. Me, I just buy the cheap stuff. And that's what you get. The cheap stuff from China. Okay, just make a little bowl like that. Out in the fridge. All right, we're done with all this. Now, we got our tomatoes. We're gonna add salt. Do you like? I like my tomatoes salty, but lately I've been putting too much salt on my stuff. Then we're gonna add the basil. There is no order to this, by the way. I'm acting like there are bulletproof points and everything. There is no order to it. Okay. Okay, the oregano. I love oregano. Very good for you. Antioxidant. All the way, all day. Okay. And we need some olive oil. You can already start mixing it. A little bit of olive oil. I like olive oil because I want them to taste really good. Mix that. And so I have some already chopped onions. Usually I like it sliced in the tart, but I didn't want to waste these onions, so I'm gonna use them. That's also to your like. I like it when it's got a lot of onions. It's kind of like, you know, an onion tart. Voila. And then you mix that. See? Beautiful. I might not use all of it. I'll see when I put it in my mold. If it's too much, too heavy, or too not. And then we eat this as a salad. It's a really good salad. And then we're going to add some vinegar. Not just any vinegar, balsamic vinegar. Again, to your liking. Some people glaze this on a pan. I don't like it sweet. I like it salty. Voila. We're gonna let this rest, and then when the crust is ready, we're gonna put it in the pan. Now, butter your pan, and put butter over it. So you butter your pan, and then what's going to happen is we're going to cook this upside down. Yes, we're going to put all the tomatoes first. Then we're going to put the crust, and then we're going to cook it upside down. This way, the tomatoes, even if they have juice, it'll fall down and not go into the crust and make the crust all mushy, right? And oven 350, and I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, welcome back. It's the end. So I pulled it out of the oven about, I want to say, an hour and a half ago. I like to have them really cool down before I flip it over. So this is how I flip it. That's why I love these kind of tart containers, because you drop it and then it should come off easily, and it did. And I am not going to waste any of these onions. So voila. tomato tart. I hope you try to make it. Leave me some comments below if you tried it. Sorry about not being so precise with my recipes. I'm kind of an artist, so I do things, you know, the way I feel. But it's looking pretty good. It's a great way to use your tomatoes. And until next time, be safe, be connected, and God is good.